welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are all doing really good. I decided to finally film a fall makeup tutorial. I know I'm a little late into the game, but you know, fall is still going on. I decided to do this fall makeup tutorial for you guys using the Makeup by Mario metallics and metal palette, and also I incorporated the e.l.f. retro paradise that you guys haven't seen on my channel yet. I wanted to use some items that I haven't used before on my channel, so if you guys are interested in seeing how I created this fall makeup look and some items that I haven't used on my channel before, then just keep watching. A little chit chat before we get started with the tutorial. I will go ahead and put the time here below so you guys can see when the tutorial starts if you guys want to skip this intro and go straight to the tutorial. But I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about pretty much what's been going on. Everything is great. Today's the day after election day. We still haven't picked a president. You guys, by the time you see this video, maybe Thursday or Friday, hopefully we'll have a president, but it's the day after election day and I have not gotten any sleep, you guys. I slept so bad last night. Like, I slept with CNN on my phone and I just had my phone down next to my bed and I can hear everything in my sleep. I just refused to turn off the phone. I wanted to hear what was going on, and it's crazy because even though I slept, I was able to hear everything that was happening. So that is how I slept. I know that a lot of people are dealing with anxiety and all this craziness that we are dealing with now. But at the end of the day, I just want for us all to be good, to be safe, to be happy, you know, I want our economy to thrive, and I also want us to be healthy and get this virus under control. So I think that we can all do that if we just stick together, no matter what party or what side or what president you guys choose. You know, we are all in this together, and just appreciate one another, love one another, and be good to one another. I always like to teach that to my kids. I think it's important to continue to express that no matter what your views are. So I kind of wanted just to get that off my chest. But in today's tutorial, I wanted to do a fall makeup look. I know I haven't done a fall makeup look in a while, and I had some requests to use the new Makeup by Mario palettes. I have the metallics and the metals. I have those two palettes which I used in today's video, and I also wanted to incorporate, because I didn't get the matte palette, the nudes, you know, and all the browns, the matte palette that Makeup by Mario has. I'm gonna get it, definitely want to get it so I can show you guys maybe an all matte look. But you know me, I love my eyeshadows, I love mattes, I love shimmers, I love it all, but I have to create a matte look with that one once I pick it up. But I also wanted to incorporate the e.l.f. retro paradise. I've had this palette now for a couple of weeks. I was late into the game, I picked it up late. I know this was out during the summer, but I had such a hard time finding this palette. You guys have no idea. I didn't want to buy it online because I wanted to see it in person, but I kept seeing how pretty the palette was on the other YouTubers' channel, and I just loved it. But I finally found it at my Target, and I picked it up, and I also incorporated this palette in this makeup look that I am going to demonstrate to you guys. I also wanted to use this pretty vulgar nesting bitch face. I got this in my BoxyCharm, and I just think it's such a pretty palette, you know, bronzer, highlights. I thought that the bronzer and the highlight is definitely too dark. For me, this could be like a topper over the bronzer. I used a bronzer, just this color, and I used this blush, and I used this highlight. So this is a new palette that I also incorporated. There is some old stuff that I already have that I used in this video that you've seen me use before, like my concealers. I'm kind of stuck in my old habit with my concealers still. I need to try a new concealer for sure, but I use the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer, and I also use the Tarth Shape Tape Concealer. I used pretty much just a couple of new things and a couple of oldie things that you've seen in my videos. I had to switch up my brow Anastasia had to switch up my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. I always use the dark brown, which is like just like a deep cool tone brown. I switched it up now. I'm using chocolate because it has more of a red undertone. My hair's not as dark anymore. It's starting to get really light. The red is kind of starting to fade, but the highlights are showing up more, which I'm loving. So I used the new chocolate because it just goes a little better. I know you can't really tell on camera, but it's a little more matching with my hair color. And I used some MAC creamy lipsticks. You know, I have been wearing, when I do wear makeup under my mask to work, I've been wearing a lot of liquid lipsticks, or no lipstick at all. Honestly, I haven't even been wearing lipstick underneath my mask, but the other day, a couple of weekends ago when I worked, I did put on a liquid lipstick because I went out to dinner after work, and I'm all about the liquid lipsticks under the mask if you're gonna do a lipstick. But I decided to use some creamy matte, some creamy lipsticks from MAC because obviously I'm not wearing a mask now, so you can see you guys, and it felt good to wear an actual creamy lipstick for once. I haven't done that in a long time. That's right. The other thing I want to show you guys is I know I missed last week. I did tons of stuff in my house last week, and one of the things, if you guys can't tell, that's pretty new, is my background, and also some videos. Give me some ideas. I'm very glad to hear from you guys. You wanted to see the Makeup by Mario palette makeup look, which I'm doing right now. I want some ideas from you guys. What do you guys want to see next? So yeah guys, that's pretty much it. So let me go ahead and get started with the tutorial. Alright guys, I just did my brows, and I want to mention that all the products that I'm going to use in this video, as always, will be linked down below so you guys can see everything that I used in this video. So I already did my brows. If you guys want an in-depth step-by-step brow tutorial, I will link that in one of the cards, or I'll link it at the end of this video. I will also link it down below in the description as well. What I used on my brows is the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade, which is what I use all the time. I used to use the color dark brown, but I switched over to chocolate because my hair has gotten a little lighter, and there's a lot more red undertones, so chocolate is a lot more of a red undertone, whereas the dark brown is more of a cool tone brown color. So let's get started. I'm gonna put my hair back and let's get started on skin. So the first thing I'm gonna use right now is my Dr. Brandt Pores No More face primer. I like this because it has a skin color, which is nice. It just looks like, you know, a regular skin tone color. It just blurs out the skin really nice. Now I already did my skincare. I did moisturizer and my serums and all that good stuff. So the first thing I do is my primer, and I don't really have large pores. I just feel like this really refines. I have a little bit of wrinkles going on. I haven't had Botox in a while, so I feel like this refines my fine lines just a tad. So I like to concentrate it where I feel like I have like fine lines around the eyes, and because this acts like a filler around the fine lines, and I just tap around the smile line as well, and let that sit for a second. And now I am going to go into a little bit of my color corrector because my skin's been acting funny lately. I don't know what it is, but I have a lot of pigmentation going on right now, and all my spots are like pronounced. So I'm gonna do a little color correcting with my CoverGirl True Blend Pre-Touching Palette. It looks like this. I just like the stuff, you know. I continue to use what works, but I am going to concentrate in this video to use things that I haven't used, like I mentioned in the intro, things that I haven't used, but I haven't found any color corrector that I really like this one, because when you go like this, you see already that it's color correcting. It's pretty strong, and a lot of primers that are color corrector, I don't feel like they color correct like this. So I like something more pronounced, more, you know, pigmented like this, where you see color correction. And that allows me to use a lot less foundation as well. You guys, I have not slept. I think that's the reason why my skin looks the way it does. Right now, the election is going on and I have not slept, you guys. We haven't, probably by the time this video goes up, we'll know who the president is, but right now it's the day after election day and I have it in the background. So you see how it's a little, you know, a little color corrected in the areas like right here. I just have a lot of demarcation of pigments and darkness and redness. So, and the darkness under my eyes. So I like to just go over this on most of my skin. I don't really concentrate that much on my forehead, but just overall this area of my skin. So let's go on to eyes, my favorite. Let's see what we're gonna do. I never know what I'm gonna do with eyes. I decide right now. Let me show you the palettes that I want to use. First, I'm gonna start with my Pretty Vulgar Eye Primer. I don't think I've used this. I don't know if I've used this on my video, but anyways, it's just a basic eyeshadow primer. Any good eyeshadow primer will do. I like this because it's very emollient and tacky, and it's a skin color, like a natural skin color, but it doesn't, well, I guess it does cancel out a little bit of my veins, but I feel like it's a little bit more sheer. I think that the color corrector from CoverGirl is what canceled most of my veins. But this is a great eyeshadow primer if you're looking for your eyeshadow to last. The first eyeshadow palette I'm gonna start with is the e.l.f. Retro Paradise. I have not used this on my channel yet, and it is such a beautiful palette. It was a really big hit this summer, but I think there's enough colors in here that are great for the winter months. You've got these really pretty caramel brown tones and this red right here. I'm loving the golds that we have over here. This is a very pretty eyeshadow palette. Let's start with, I'm gonna put a little bit of canvas under my brow bone just to kind of set that area. This does have a little bit of fallout, but the quality is pretty darn good. e.l.f. makes great eyeshadows, especially the bite-sized eyeshadows. Those are my favorite eyeshadows from e.l.f. So I just want to put a little bit of this to kind of set that area and highlight as well. Let's start with Fuego. Let's start with Fuego, which is this color right here. Now there is a little kickback on these eyeshadows, but they're very, very pigmented. They're very powdery, and you can tell by even just looking at this eyeshadow palette that it's super, super powdery. So you want to make sure you tap your brush before you go right into your eye. Let's just go ahead and use a little bit of Caliente in the crease right here. The really pretty orange on the crease. Brush like this, nice. Let's get the color Cocoa and just place it right there. Get your blending brush, just blend it out. Let's go ahead and get a little bit of this sandy bum, a small little brush like this, and then let's concentrate that on the crease in here. just to give it some depth. Let's go back and get a little bit more of, let's do Fuego. And let's just make sure that we add a little bit more here. I'm just adding a little more Fuego here because with all the blending, it can kind of disappear. I like to have that orange peeking through. Let's go into the Mario palettes. Let's go ahead and use this palette. This is the Master Metallics. I'm gonna grab this. I'm just gonna go ahead and point to it. This color right here. I'm gonna add that right over this brown. Gives it that nice shimmer effect. This color right here, this really pretty golden orange color. It's like a very nice, bright, vibrant orange, kind of, yeah, like an orange. And let's go ahead and place that. Let's place that right here. I like this brush because it really packs on any glitter shimmery color. I didn't even wet my brush, you guys. I'm gonna get this second to the right color here, and I'm gonna scrape a little bit on my plate. Let's go ahead and place it here. I just want more of a metallic finish right in the center. Look at how that stands out. That is amazing, you guys. So amazing. Now that we added that color in the center of the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and scrape some of the gold manipulator drops to the gold. I'm gonna put a little bit of that gold right here, but it's so pigmented, guys, that I'm gonna blend it out so it's not so pronounced. Maybe I should have tried it dry because, wow, this is liquid metal, exactly what it's called. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend it out just to get like a hue of the gold in this area of the eye. Yeah, so the gold and the orange kind of meet. Obviously, when you put the manipulator drops, it's gonna be liquefied. So what you see in the palette, it's gonna be that intense. So I would suggest to maybe try it dry first and then add your manipulator if it's not, you know, metallic enough. Wow, you guys, look at this. This is insane. It is insane. Oh my god, the eye looks that I want to do with this. I'm gonna do a brown wing liner, but I've used this on my channel because I have bought so many brown liquid liners, and this one right now is still my favorite. I prefer the kind that you dip into the in the ink as opposed to like a pen. This one is so far the one that I like the most because of the color. But again, I wish it was in the kind that you can kind of like if you were dipping into the ink with the felt tip end, not brush, but the felt tip. This is more like a pen. You guys can recommend a good brown liquid liner that you know the colors are really pretty brown, soft brown. Let me know down below so I can check it out. I do like this one because of the color. So if it's close to this color, I'll try it. By the way, this is the roller liner from Benefit, in case I didn't mention that. I am obsessed with this foundation. It is so light on the skin, yet the coverage is really nice. This is the Morphe 2, and this is the Hint Skin Tint. It's considered a tint. It's a very light water-based foundation, and I am in the color Hint of Almond. It's perfect. It's my winter color. Love this. I've been using this non-stop, and I don't think I've used it on my I haven't used it on my channel because I haven't filmed a makeup tutorial. So this is the first. I haven't filmed a makeup tutorial since I bought this, so this is perfect. And I just had a little extra in areas that I need it once I blend it out, because it is pretty sheer. I mean, it does have a good coverage, but it's a tint. It's not, you know, it's water-based, so the coverage is not like full coverage. It's like a light to medium coverage. But I like that it's a little bit buildable, so if I need a little bit more in certain areas, I can add a little bit more. And this is like the perfect foundation for me for the mask, because since it's so light, you know, when I wear my mask, I try not to put too much makeup around the mask area, and this is perfect for that. You've seen this concealer many times on my channel, the Tarth Shape Tape and the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. I'm going to use a little mixture of both for my under eyes. The Tarte is a little bit drying, and the Camo e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer is a little bit more hydrating, so I'm going to mix the two. I'm going to use a little bit of the Tarth Shape Tape in light medium. The Camo one that I have is a little lighter, so it's going to highlight. So I'm just going to use a little bit of this here, kind of because I want to mix it. Brightness under the eyes, since this is like a bold eye look. I like my darkness under the eyes to be bright. Should let that sit for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and use my Dior Nude Natural Glow Fresh Powder. I haven't used this in a long time. This is a loose powder from Dior. It's been a really long time since I've used this, so I wanted to use it again to see how it looks on my skin now. I hope it's the right color, because this is in, I'll tell you in a minute. Let me go ahead and just set my makeup. Alright. And the color that I used, oh my god, this is so messy. That's probably why I don't use these. This is in the number 40. I'll go ahead and use my Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in the very light color, because I'm just going to kind of highlight the inner area of my nose right here and set that. I don't like to really bake. I just bake in this area of my nose. And then I just dust a little bit of this on my under eyes. Just a light dust to set. I don't like to really bake a lot, guys, because it's too dry. I just like to pinch my nose. Okay guys, lashes is on. Lashes are on. Let's do the under eyes. Guys, let's go into our e.l.f. palette, and I'm gonna use Sandy Bum right here. Make sure you tap, because this is very powdery. Brush like this, you're gonna get the color Cocoa. We're gonna trace our lash line. Go into the Master Metallics, and I'm gonna get this color right here, and I'm gonna go over it, the color Cocoa. Kind of blend that out a little bit so it's kind of smoked out. Guys, I did my mascara off camera. I'm using the Aucoin, the Expert Mascara. I really like this mascara because it has that natural curve to it, so it hugs your lashes really nice. And I use the belly of the mascara to for my under lashes. Now go ahead and use this pretty Vulgar Nesting Bitch Face. palette. I got this with my BoxyCharm subscription. It has bronzer, highlight, and blush. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this palette because I have not used this palette nor have I tried it. So let's go ahead and use the bronzer in it. Let's see. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. That's pretty. Pretty bronzer, right? Let's try the blush now. Let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and use the Mirror. No, let's go ahead and use the Hush blush, which is the more warmer color right here. That's my blush. That's pretty. Let's just do like a soft highlight. Let's go ahead and use the Glimmers of BS right here. I'm gonna use just very little because I don't, oh, that's pretty. I don't want to really do a very powerful highlight. I don't really think highlighting is really, shimmer highlight is really in, like that metallic, you know, in your face highlight. Just a little bit. That's a nice subtle highlight. I'm gonna go ahead and use this. I don't think I have not used this for sure on my channel because I just got this from BoxyCharm. It's from Ace Beauty and it's Be Peachy. I'm gonna fill lip line and fill them in a little bit with this color. Okay guys, I wasn't recording, but just to let you know, I'm using Ace Beauty Be Peachy. Outline my lips, fill them in. Then I went ahead and used my MAC Honey Love a little bit on the outer areas of my lips, and then I just popped Myth in the center. It's kind of nice to use regular cream based lipsticks. I've been using a lot of liquid lips when I do wear lipstick underneath my mask because it doesn't transfer, but it's kind of nice to have a regular lipstick on. I think this is the final look. This is the final look. Now I'm just going and tracing the gold a little bit. That is pretty, guys. Guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this makeup look and you can achieve it as well. If you want to achieve this look, go ahead and tag me. Let me see it. I want to see you guys create this look or something similar. But if you get some ideas or inspirations from my makeup look, please tag me so I can repost it. Oh boy. Give this video a thumbs up. Please share my video. Don't forget to subscribe and also hit that notification bell so you guys can get notified when I upload video. And I will see you guys in my next one very soon. Take care and I will see you all soon.